Hey guys, welcome to a short video showing you upcoming changes and new content coming with the Percival update on July 10th. First things first, so let's talk about the skins. Simply click on your name and then appearances. The first tab you see is options for your character look. You can change face options, you can change hairstyle. Some of these will cost you gold to unlock, simply because those are new options. But you can switch around once you bought them. And all the ones that you have unlocked, you can really choose to change, and you can hit apply and then you change your look. But what's more important on appearance is the second tab. You might have already realized you have some of these items for mount skins. Simply what you can do is you can click on use, and then it will ask you if you want to permanently consume this item. Then you cannot trade it anymore. These tokens you can still trade. Click yes. And now what you have is you unlock this skin. It would be this skin. If I had a horse right now, I could show you. But what I can show you is that I'm currently riding a Swiftclaw, as you can all see. If we go down to Cougars, I have the White Tiger unlocked. If I do this, I now have White Tiger. So every time I'm riding a Swiftclaw, I will have the White Tiger look. And I can simply do this, and then I have the Swiftclaw look again. So you can freely switch around in between them. So if you do not want to use these skins, if you want to sell them instead maybe, then you can do that as well. But if you have these kind of skins, I personally prefer to use the ones I have. And if you have a couple of them, maybe 2 times or 3 times, feel free to sell them. The White Tiger, I can tell you, is a recruiter's mount. It was not that cheap, but I think it is worth for the look. I think it is worth. Second new feature, we will have to go outside in the open world. There is now solo randomized dungeons. You might already know that from the overall update they added group dungeons, but now there's also solo dungeons. But you actually have to channel to get into them, not like the group dungeons where you just run into them. And yeah, then you have a new adventure. Basically, these dungeons are made for groups of 1, 2 or 3 people. I'm gonna do it solo here, just try to show you a little bit. Basically, the mobs are a lot weaker. You don't get as much fame as in the group dungeons. Like, you definitely still make more fame doing the group dungeons, but you might not always have your friends online, not always have your guildmates online. Well, sometimes it's cool to have some kind of option, like something you can do in the meantime while you wait for them. And that's exactly what these dungeons are there for. Of course, they can also get dived, but it's definitely cool to have a little bit of a good way to fame farm while having to wait for your friends, as I already said. So the mobs are pretty much the same as in the other dungeons, but there's also new mobs. There's also all kind of different mobs now, like new mobs that never been in these dungeons before. For example, the bear, which can knock you very far away. As well as objects, like the one you can see on my left right now. You can see this bear is pretty tough. Options like this, which will basically function as some kind of trap that you have to dodge, but you can actually even destroy them. So if there's mobs around this, you have to be careful if you're in one of those traps, because you will constantly have to move. Of course, there's also bosses and all different qualities of chests that you can get. This, for example, is one of the end bosses. You probably already know it from the group dungeons. Has a couple new abilities, for example. But in general, these mobs are a lot weaker than they are in the group dungeon. But still, it's not that easy. Like, I have a lot of spec in the gear that I'm wearing right now, and as you can see, this mob has 35,000 HP, which is quite a lot actually. But the rewards, I think, are pretty nice. They are a little bit, as I said, a little bit less than they are in group dungeons, but you can still, as like one person. Of course, this loot is on a test server, so it is probably not 100% reflecting on how it would be on the main server, but it can be quite rewarding. Of course, there's also dungeon maps again. So in these dungeons, I got dungeon maps for solo play, 7.1 and 8. They all go up to 0.3 again. So if you really want a challenge, you can run those tier 8 plus maps, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3. I do not know how difficult they are. I don't have any of those. The best one I have is just a tier 8. But another thing I wanted to show you, simply because solo dungeons are gonna be that contested, they also decided to give roaming mobs more fame. So roaming mobs now reward 25% more fame. So this mob, for example, just gave me 1700. Usually this is around 1300, I'd say. So I would say it is definitely more worth now to do these kind of mobs. So if you stumble across some elite mobs or some hero mobs, or simply just a mob camp, feel free to do it if you have the time for it. And yeah, you get rewarded. But wait, there's more. Percival also brings upgrades to banks. So basically, your personal banks you can upgrade now. You can create new tabs that will probably cost you a little bit of money, but still, they're kind of like what you usually only can do on the guild islands with the big banks. So now you can do that in the city banks, probably also with some other personal banks, I don't know really. But as you can see, you can create new personal tabs. Additionally, also what's new is going to be 20v20 scrims, so you can train for those city GVGs, off-season crystal GVGs, and a big amount of new spells for various weapons. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you again next time.